finalists for. Do you feel slighted by that? And does that give you an extra edge going into this playoff run?
It definitely gives me an extra edge. The night I got snubbed for the Nagurski Award, did some push-ups that night, maxed out. I just use as motivation. Not trying to get discouraged. I still feel like I'm the best defensive player, but not just defensive player. I feel like I'm the best player in general. We like the categories a lot as defensive players, but we impact the game just as much as offensive players. And it doesn't have to be defensive player. It's player overall. But I just use it all as motivation. I just like using things as motivation. I like finding ways to get an advantage, get an edge, but just find any kind of way to get better. And I just used it. I didn't want to feel it to nothing negative, so I put it into something positive, just getting better, getting stronger.
I got to go back to the push-up thing. We have a pool going right here in the room. How many push-ups?
Yeah, I didn't. I went to failure till my arms gave out. Yeah.
So pretty high number.
Yeah.
Sure. How would you evaluate yourself at this point? Obviously, you've garnered a lot of accolades in the postseason, but how will you evaluate the position change now, almost a full season complete?
Yeah, I try not to focus on the success I had too much. I just try to keep finding ways to get better. My first year playing a new position, I'm doing really well. It's helping me, helping my teammates, but I'm still trying to find ways to get better each week.
Let's go to Mike Gross, Lancaster Newspapers.
Hi, Abdul. Thanks for doing this. According to the fans and social media, you were getting at least held and at most tackled on almost every play of the Oregon game. Was it really that bad? How does it compare to other games in terms of how much you were getting held? And also, what have you learned about how to play when how to deal with being held?
Yeah, I just try to keep playing, just try not to get discouraged. Whether I get the call or not, just try to keep playing, just give them my 100% effort each play. If I get the call, I get it. If not, I'm just keep working. Eventually, I get a call, I get a second. I just try to keep working, not get discouraged.
Differences between playing the run from off the ball and from the line of scrimmage. Leading the nation in tackles for loss is not something easy to do for a defensive end who's been playing there for a while, let alone doing it in one offseason, essentially making that transition. So I'm just curious, what were the focuses for you early in the season, and what have you learned playing the position over the last 3 months, essentially?
Yeah, definitely my techniques, the technical stuff of the position. At linebacker, you coming downhill dealing with offensive linemen, but at defensive end, obviously, you're close to the line, you're right in front of you. You got to be ready with your hands, your feet, driving your feet, running your feet, playing with technique. So that's the most important piece for me, just learning that process.
When you're able to find the success, I know you don't want to talk too much about it, but how fun is that for you to play football and, continuously get to the quarterback or the running back in the backfield in every game? What's that like for you?
Yeah, I'm living on my dreams. I'm having the most fun I ever had playing football. And I've been playing since I was 8 years old, and I'm just living on my dreams. I'm very blessed. I'm just very humbled to have this opportunity. I just want to keep taking advantage of all the opportunities that I have.
Let's go to Zoom, Devin Jackson.
Hey, Abdul, just wanted to ask you about just, Coach Allen talked a little bit about kind of the gravity you bring as a pass rusher. A lot of teams are focused on, trying to slow you down as open up other opportunities. How's your game evolved in that aspect, and understanding like, hey, I might not get to the quarterback on this particular play, but it'll open up other opportunities for my teammates and create other plays because of how dynamic you are of a pass rusher.
Yeah, something I learned the hard way is that you're not going to make every play. So I don't need to get a sack every play. As long as I just play with 100% effort, it might be a tackle or just running to the football, just the little things. You're not going to make every play. So wherever they use me at, however I moved around, I just try to play with 100% effort.
Any more questions for Abdul? Got one more here for John.
You said you learned the hard way. How did you learn the hard way?
I feel like my year last year, coming off of, I was a freshman All-American, but then coming into my second year, I just was trying to do too much, just trying to make every play instead of just doing my job and allowing the plays to come to me.
Last question, Seth.
When you talk about, doing whatever role you're asked to do, whether that's play a different position or move around, what do you think you've learned from Tyler Warren, kind of seeing him do something similar on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, honestly, I get a little jealous sometimes because I know I can play offense too. He's moved around a bunch, but what he's doing is dope. Congrats to him. He's a first-team All-American. It's just dope just watching him being here the last 3 years, competing against him in practice. You can see what everybody's seeing now. I've been seeing it 3 years ago when I first got here.